Welcome, everyone, to day 17 of our 20-day course. My name is Linda Taylor. I'm in Northern New Jersey, and I'll be your MC tonight. To begin with, if you have not already gotten your foot soak bucket filled with salt water, your rinse water, and some kind of towel, please do that now. We're going to be foot soaking. We're going to be foot soaking every day at the beginning of the program. So that's something you can count on. I also want to tell you that we are going to be continuing on after this first 21 days. And we're going to give you some more details at the end of the program about that. There's been so much interest, and we're so excited to see how well you're progressing. And so we're very pleased to carry on. If you've missed classes, please don't worry. Every class includes some review, and you'll just flow right into it. We have our breakout rooms where you can catch up, you can watch recordings. So please don't worry. It's not a certain amount of knowledge that you're meant to learn in this. It's really about the experience and growing in the experience. And if you'd like a mentor to help you along the way with that, please submit that form. There are many very capable Sahaja Yoga teachers who are eagerly waiting to help you. So yesterday we covered the Agnya Chakra, and we focused on forgiveness and some of the other qualities of getting beyond our mind. And today we go to the 7th chakra, the Sahasrara chakra, where we focus on integration and really getting into thoughtless awareness. We'll have our 2 guided meditations with foot soak in the beginning, a video of Shri Mataji, and now I'd like to introduce our presenters for tonight. So we have, let's see, don't see them yet on board. There we go. There's Wendy. And welcome, Wendy.
Hi, Linda.
Can you say a little something about yourself, please?
Hi, my name's Wendy. I live in Los Angeles, and I think I'm really excited about tonight's topic. It's so dear to all of our hearts. Very glad to be here.
Great to have you. Angela?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Linda. Hi, Wendy. My name is Angela. I am originally from Colombia, South America, and I live now in the state of Maryland, very close to the White House. Just wanted to share with you that I've been attending the Spanish program of the same 21 days program, and it has been a great experience. You cannot imagine how many people from different countries of South America and Central America are coming together. Then it made me realize that with this program and with the Spanish program, we all are meditating together in the whole American continent. Isn't that great, Linda and Wendy?
Very great, really.
Beautiful.
Yes, it's wonderful. Yes,
All
and
right.
I'll be singing a song at the end also. So a very simple song. I am a fan of Bob Dylan. So today I want to sing a song of Bob Dylan, this wonderful American singer and songwriter that I'm very sure inspires all of us.
We're looking forward to that. Angela tonight is our musician and is going to lead the second meditation. So without further ado, I will hand it over to Wendy.
Thank you, Linda. It's so awesome to be here at the subject of going completely silent at the Sahasrara chakra, the 7th chakra here at the top of the head, is such a deep one. Sahaja Yoga means spontaneous union, and union with the divine, which is what yoga is. And this union takes us into such a deep silence and to a peace inside of ourselves. And I think the main thing that we really want to convey tonight is that there's no need to worry about your progress. This is a shift in your awareness. This is a shift from how you have lived your entire life to shifting towards being in the central channel and being at Sahasrara and and experience the state of meditation, which is a new state of awareness. So we have to allow ourselves time to make that shift. And we need to not worry about if we're doing it right, if we're doing everything right. And we don't need to, we present things to you because just in case you're curious and you want a little brush stroke about it, a little information, and it helps you to not have as many questions in your mind. We don't expect you to be an expert about this, all these chakras or anything like that. So the main thing that we need to do is sit in meditation each day, bring ourselves more into the center each day, watch our thoughts each day, and make a space inside of ourselves for this magical thing to happen. And it will, because you deserve it. This is your birthright, and you're here for a reason. So don't doubt yourself, and try to be very patient and kind with yourself. Everyone who's here presenting went through the same thing you're going through now. We didn't go profoundly thoughtless, for hours on end or anything like when we first started. We were exactly where you're at, and it's been such an amazing tool for us. So let's go ahead and put so I'm going to tell you a little bit of information about the Sahasrara just for fun. So let's put that slide on. So yeah, so it is a connection to it's a place where we connect to something that is greater than ourselves, something that is beautiful and perfect and filled with vibrations. And when we make that connection at the seventh chakra above the head, we're literally above thoughts, and we can experience this thoughtless awareness, which is what we're first trying to experience. And eventually we will experience, that's where we go peaceful and silent. And eventually we experience doubtless awareness, and that's where we feel the joy bubbling in our heart. And that's something that eventually we will experience as well. So the interesting thing about this chakra is it involves our brain. What a complicated thing is our brain. And the interesting thing about our brain is that we have two chakras in our brain. We have our Agnya chakra with our ego and superego, where all our thinking and all our remembering and all of our conditionings are stored. So there's a lot going on in the brain, but also we have the 1,000-petaled lotus, which Buddha spoke of and all the different religions speak of. In the Christian religion, they show halos above the head. This is the seventh center. How amazing is that? So this is one of the reasons why it helps so much to clear the Agnya chakra. This is one of the things that we need to do so that we can get to our Sahasrara and go quiet. So the Sahasrara, the quality of the Sahasrara is integration. And all of these chakras are represented above the head and in the brain and above the head. And they say if you actually look at the brain from above on down, you can see the 1,000 petals, which is pretty amazing. So there is a physical connection to the petals of our Sahasrara chakra. So because these chakras are all represented, all these qualities, all these beautiful powers and qualities of the chakras, of forgiveness, of compassion, of innocence, of creativity, all these beautiful qualities come together in our Sahasrara, and we have complete access to these things. So when we're at Sahasrara, we can think, and we can experience our emotions, but we experience them in a much more sparkly way. So we might have inspired thoughts instead of irritating, nagging thoughts. And we might have really positive emotional experiences that are expressing our pure desire for our spiritual ascent, instead of being heavy and weighed down into heavy left side. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to start by clearing our heart chakra. And the reason why this helps us go thoughtless is that the heart chakra is actually literally where the Kundalini comes out of the top of our head. is where the heart chakra is seated in the Sahasrara. So when our heart chakra is open wide, it's much easier to go thoughtless. So let's begin with our foot soak. We'll just pull it forward and we can give it a bandhan to it, give it some vibrations. I like to put my hand above my foot soak and because I can feel the vibrations to go cool. If you're at that point, many of us don't feel vibrations for a few months, but if we can feel it go cool. And then we'll put our feet into our foot soak. And we're going to close our eyes. So for those of you who are wearing glasses, you can just take them off for now and put them back on later when we have the video of Shri Mataji. It's just a little bit of a rest for our Agnya chakra. So let's raise our Kundalini and give ourselves a bandhan. We don't have to worry too much about doing this perfectly. It's just an inspiration for our Kundalini to rise. It's very simple. And we're tying our attention above the top of our heads with the knots. And let's give ourselves a bandhan. It can help to keep your awareness very gently on your right hand as you bring the vibrations around your chakras as a protection. So now let's put our palms, palm up in our lap. Just close our eyes. We need a very relaxed attention, very relaxed focus. We can't think our way into the silence. We can't make it happen. We just allow space inside for the quiet. So that's what we'll be here doing, finding a little space inside for more strands of the Kundalini to rise. So we'll just bring our attention inside and watch. We'll watch what's happening. We may be having some thoughts. We may feel very peaceful. We may have feelings rising and falling. It's not important. The power is in the watching. And we just watch without judging. Just step back a little bit. And to help us get more relaxed, let's take 3 cleansing breaths. So we'll breathe in slowly, deeply through our nose. Hold it for a few seconds and then exhale through our mouth. And as we breathe out, just allow all the tension in our body, all the hecticness of the day, just allow it to be released. So let's do our 3 breaths together. And when we've finished taking our cleansing breaths, we can just breathe normally and watch our breath as the air goes in and out of our lungs. Just to allow ourselves to slow and calm inside. So now we're going to nurture our center heart chakra, so we can just and keep our eyes closed, keep our left hand palm up in our lap, but bring our right hand to the center of our chest. And as we do this, very gently put our awareness beneath where our hand is in the chakra, in our center heart, where we're breathing. And let's desire in our hearts to be very open-hearted, loving, compassionate human beings. We need to be brave. We need to be brave enough to allow ourselves to be the spirit, to be our true self. So let's say quietly to ourselves, within ourselves several times, Mother Kundalini, please make me brave. Mother Kundalini, please make me fearless. We can take our hand down and just watch our heart for a moment. Keep our awareness very gently, no intense focus, just a very gentle focus in our heart. And as we take each breath, we may be able to feel the chakra relaxing and opening. Now let's take our right hand and put it on the right side of our head. We can keep our eyes closed. And if we feel pressure, we can massage this a little bit or not. This is where our conditionings and memories are within us. So let's just say several times with our eyes closed, several times to ourselves, Mother Kundalini, I am not these conditionings. I am not these memories. I am pure spirit. We can take our hand down, the right hand, and put it palm up in our lap. And now let's take the left hand and put it on the left side of our head. And this is where our ego resides within us. This is where we think and plan. So here, let's say within ourselves, let's say, Mother Kundalini, I am not this ego. I am not this mind. I am pure spirit. Now let's take our hand down. And we'll raise the energy of the central channel with our right hand. We'll keep our eyes closed. And we'll raise it up the central channel as we say the sound Om together, which is 3 distinct sounds, Ah, U, and M sound, making the Om sound. And let's say this as we raise the central channel. We'll do this 4 times together. Aum. And when we get to the top, we'll just put the hand on the top of the head and press. Let's do this again. Aum. Hand on the top of the head and press. A 3rd time. Aum. Press on the top of the head. Now the 4th time. Aum. Press on the top of the head. And then raise the hand a little above the top of the head. And we'll just, for a moment, we'll meditate on the space between the top of our hand and the top of our the top of our head and our hand. Feel that space above our head. Allow a very relaxed attention here. And then we'll take our hand down and keep our awareness in that space above the head. And just sit for quiet for a moment together. So now we can gently open our eyes. We'll take our feet out of our foot soaks and keep our awareness at this very beautiful spot above the top of the head. And we'll listen to Shri Mataji's video. And also, please stay for the music, so beautiful. And the second meditation, Angela will be doing a lovely song. I heard it earlier and it's just absolutely heart-melting. So let's all stay here together and have our second meditation.
Without meditation, you don't understand what is best for you. So today is a day when you have to promise me that you will meditate every night, every evening, maybe in the morning also. Whenever it is possible, if you can go into meditative mood, you are in contact with this divine power. Then whatever is good for you, whatever good for your society, for your country, all is done by this divine power. You don't have to overpower the divine power. You don't have to order, you don't have to ask. Just if you meditate, you are one with this all-pervading power, which is another great blessings to us. Unless and all the blessings of the divine power cannot come to you. Cannot. Maybe you might get some money, you might get some jobs, you might get this and that. But your own development is only possible when you meditate and your Sahasrara is completely open and open to truth. Now the truth is that this divine power is compassion, is love. This is the truth. They say God is love, God is truth. So the equation has to be made that truth is love and love is truth. But it's not a truth that as you have for your own children, you have for your family. Attached love is not truth. If you are attached to somebody, then you never see the bad points of that person. If you are angry with somebody, then you can never see the good points of that person. But it's a complete detached love. And that love is extremely powerful. Because whenever you project that love to anyone, you will be surprised. The problems of that person will be solved, his personality will improve, everything will work out in a very big way, and his life will be changed. But if you are attached to anything whatsoever, that attachment itself causes problems and doesn't allow Sahaj to grow. This attachment could be any kind. For example, you can be attached to your country, attached to your society, attached to your family. It can be of any kind. But when Sahasrara is open, you learn one thing is detachment. It just happens that you get detached. Though, you are not running away. As it is in Sahaja Yoga, we don't believe in people who run away from society and go to Himalayas, or that I call it as escapism. That is not the point. What happens is that you are there. You see everyone, you watch everyone, you know everyone, you are close to everyone, but you are a detached person. It's a state of mind that you achieve when Sahasrara is open. Then that state you are dealing with people, you are dealing with problems, you are dealing with situations, but you are not involved in it. There's no involvement. And that involvement which you had before can never give a complete insight what is happening, what is the truth is about any situation. So this detachment helps. The greatest thing of the detachment is that you are not affected. No use saying that, oh, you are not affected, mother, so how can you feel for another person? How can you have compassion for another person? Because if you feel for another person, then only you can solve the problem. But this feeling that you have is again a kind of an attachment. It is not a real feeling, because it doesn't help. The person is crying, you are also crying. The person is troubled, you are also in trouble. And this does not help that person, nor will it help you. So to have detached in no way means you do not feel the another person. You do feel. You feel the agony of that person, the trouble of that person, of the whole society sometimes, and of the whole country. But that your feeling is so detached that the all-pervading power takes over. First, we must have full faith in the capability of this all-pervading power. As soon as you are detached, you say, you do it. Finished. Once you say that you are going to do it, it's you who is going to do it. Whole thing changes completely because you transfer all your responsibilities, all your problems to this divine power, which is so powerful, which is so capable, which can work out anything. So whenever you think that this problem you are going to solve, you are the one who is going to do it, then all right, the divine power says, all right, try your luck. But if you can really put this problem to the divine power, it will work out.
Let's all close our eyes to absorb the depth of Shri Mataji's words. Let's take our attention to the Sahasrara chakra, the 1,000 petals lotus flower, which is our destination. This wonderful place where all the qualities of the energy center, the centers integrate. Innocence, creativity, peace, mastery, courage, collectivity, forgiveness, love. In the Sahasrara, we could feel safe, protected. In the Sahasrara, we could feel the connection with this divine power that created us. Shri Mataji often mentions that this divine power is nothing but divine love. And this divine love can be felt as vibrations. I'm going to sing a song about the love our Mother Kundalini gives us when we meditate. Only a mother can give us this love that does not expect anything. The love that is pure love, that goes beyond all human understanding. And all the experiences that our Mother Kundalini gives us are just there to make us feel her love. Let's keep all our attention on our Sahasraras. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, she could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel her love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, she could hold you for a million years to make you feel her love. She knows you haven't made your mind up yet, but she will never do you wrong. She's known it from the moment that you met, no doubt in her mind where you belong. She is formless and her love is true. She goes searching everywhere for you. There is nothing that she wouldn't do to make you feel her love. Om Tvamiva Saksha Shri Kundalini Mata Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Namo Namaha. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like her yet. She could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There is nothing that she wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel her love. Love, divine love, amor, amor, mojo patapiar. L'amour, amore, amor, 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 divine love, to make us feel her love, her love, her love, her love, to make us feel her love. Let's be in silence for a while, completely relaxed, without worries. Sahaja Yoga is effortless. It is natural. It is very simple. If we don't remember the theory or the affirmations that we have to say, or where to place our hand on our body, it does not matter. What it really matters is that our Kundalini knows our hearts, and she wants to take us to the Sahasrara. Let her take us there, to our destination. Mother Kundalini, Allow us to meditate with our complete attention on the last energy center, the Sahasrara. Let's hear the silence. Let's feel the peace. Let's perceive this connection. There are no words, only silence. We are together in the Sahasrara, integrated. We are one. We are in front of this divine power that created us. Thank you, Mother Kundalini, for taking us to this special place, the Sahasrara. Thank you for making us feel your love. Mother Kundalini, our sincere desire is to give this love to everyone. Now that we covered the 7 energy centers, I would like to share a poem written by my brother Walter. It is called A House Built of Love, Knowledge, and Experiences. My house is still in progress, waiting to be built, brick by brick. The mother helped me build a roof so the rain does not dissolve the mortar. She gave me shelter in her house while the winter storms were blowing. She showed me knowledge from which my house is built. She led me to experiences which became the pillars. She gave me love which holds the house together. It's so warm and cozy in the mother's house. The light falls through the windows, revealing all the beauty. Tables full of food and drinks to nurture me and give me strength. Though the mother really wants me to complete my house, for others to find shelter, for others to gain strength, she wants me to have a place to share the knowledge. She wants me to have a place to share the love. So more often now, she sends me out to continue working on my house, even if it's cold, even if it's windy. She sends me out to collect experiences on my own, even if they are hard to carry, even if they hurt. Her love, though, is always there for me to take, which gives me hope. My house will once become a palace, worthy of the mother's presence, worthy of the mother's love. With our own words, we can express our gratitude to our Mother Kundalini for taking us to the last energy center, for giving us that integration, for giving us this beautiful experience. We can now open our eyes. We can place our right hand on top of the Sahasrara, a few inches above the head. I'm pretty sure we all are feeling the vibrations. Now we can try with our left hand. And together we can raise our Kundalini the way we have learned in the previous sessions. We can also give 7 times the protection around us. Thank you.
Thank you, Angela. And thank you, Wendy. Very deep experience. I hope you all have had that experience now. And let's try to maintain this state of silence inside, even as we bring our attention to some things about the Course. Just try to keep your attention up there, even as you watch and listen. So, our 21 days, we're in our 3rd week, and we do finish on Friday. We're going to take a break for a week. Doesn't mean to stop meditating, just means that we're all going to stop having these classes every night. But starting next Monday, we have a real treat for you, and that is that we'll be having what we call End Your Day in the Silence of the Spirit. These are national collective foot soaks hosted by different people every night. They're about half an hour, and they'll be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it will be right here on this same Zoom channel. So you don't have to go anywhere else. Just join us at the usual time, 8:45 Eastern, and we'll have basically an opportunity for you to have a guided meditation with a foot soak and keep going with the regularity of your practice in a collective setting. So we think that will really help you to maintain what you've achieved so far and to really deepen as well. So that will be going on throughout the year, actually. We do intend to keep going. And we are going to be starting our 2nd session on Sunday, the 12th of February. And that will go for 21 days. But it's not going to be 21 days in a row, as we've just, as we're currently experiencing, but it's going to be 21 days over a 7-week period. So it'll be 3 days a week of this full program, where we'll have our 2 guided meditations, a video, and a musician, and a chance to go in breakout rooms. That'll be the Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can have your foot soak session. The only day is Saturday, where you're going to meditate on your own. And we will give you some other options to meditate collectively, even on Saturday. So we want you to keep going and not lose any ground. Just keep going deeper and deeper. That is the name of our 2nd session of 21 days. So tomorrow, we're going to go again deeper. The purpose of all the sessions this week, as you, I hope, really felt tonight, is to strengthen and deepen and really feel what this meditation is about. And so the name of tomorrow's session is Meditation is a State of Mental Silence. So we'll be going deeper. We'll be using some simple mantras as we have before, to clear our chakras and to be in a state of meditation. Again, if you haven't already, please do request a mentor. I hope that almost all of you who've requested a mentor before, if not in the last 2 days, that you've already met your mentor or made contact. If it's been just in the last day or 2, you have to give us a little time to make the connection, but we will let you know soon. So in the chat, you'll find that link to make the request. If you're not already in our WhatsApp groups, we have some very beautiful messages coming every day to you and summarizing our programs. So you can join that too. The link's in the chat. And then our website with, there is a new handout today on the Sahasrara chakra. So that's another way to catch up. As always, at the end of the session, you can request a breakout room. There's one of our Sahaja Yogis is called Breakout Room Help. So if you chat to that person, they will put you in a room just like we did yesterday. I hope you all enjoyed that, by the way, and had a chance to have a deeper meditation and work on your chakras with either one-on-one or a small group. And this is the same thing that we offer to you every single day to do that, if you like. If you have a question, you can just ask that question in writing to Zoom chat questions. That's another person sitting there waiting to answer your questions. Or if you would like to stay here in the main room right now, we're going to bring our presenters back on. And we're going to do a little bit of sharing experiences first about the Sahasrara chakra. And then after that, we are going to open it up to any one of you who would like to come on and ask us a question live. And you can do that by raising your hand, and we'll ask you to ideally turn on your video. And that's where you can ask something of us, and we'll do our best to answer. So with that, we're back. So let's first talk a little bit, share a few experiences that we've had in our personal journey in Sahaja Yoga. I'll ask Wendy first, if you could share something that you felt on Sahasrara that you'd like to share with everyone.
The main thing that when I came into Sahaja Yoga that made me stay was this feeling of integration of the Sahasrara, because before Sahaj, I'm a very sort of passionate person, and I'm also very kind of, I guess I was an intellectual from an intellectual family with a strong mind. So they were always, my mind and my heart were always fighting like this, and I got my realization, and I had peace. My mind and my heart weren't fighting anymore. And I realized I like being in my heart. So ever since then, I've always led from my heart instead of letting my brain tell me what to do all the time. And it's just been a huge improvement for me personally. So
thank you. Angela, would you like to share something?
Yes. I would say that tonight was very special for me. At the beginning, I was very, aware that I was in front of a microphone and in front of a computer and I was doing something. But during the meditation, I forgot that. I was like, where am I? I am not in front of anything of this. I opened my eyes and I realized, oh, there is a microphone here. I have to come back to whatever I was doing. So it was very deep for me, the meditation that we had tonight. And I think the best experiences that I have had on the Sahasrara is when I don't try to have an experience, because it's something very spontaneous. It just happens. And then once you are there, you dissolve. And then it takes you in a different state that is difficult to come back. So tonight I experienced that. It was very, very wonderful because we are meditating all together.
Thank you. I would like to share one experience. Some of you may be feeling something on top of your head, and it can be that the Kundalini is dancing. You might feel some sort of swirling. There, you can feel the cold breeze, or you can feel just some kind of sensation that there's a presence up there of this mothering energy. And I had quite an interesting experience one time. I was fortunate. I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga for quite a long time and was able to be with Shri Mataji. And there was one experience I had I'd like to share. I was in Houston, Texas, and Shri Mataji was there in this house. And she was in the room she was staying in. And I was talking with a few people. about in the next room, like not that close to her room. And I do want to say also that I had heard that Shri Mataji had once said that she didn't need a telephone, that she could get a message to a Sahaja Yogi who had their attention when they're here in the Kundalini stationed up here. She could get a message to them without calling on the phone. They would know that she wanted to talk to them. So I was very intrigued by this, and I really had this desire that I want to have that experience too. So that day in that house, when I was chatting with these people, all of a sudden, I felt like a whirling on the top of my head, and it was not just on top of my head; it was going down like maybe 2-3 inches down inside my head. It was like swirling. It didn't feel bad. It was just like there was this whirring that I experienced. And I was, what is that? And then I kept, I was in the conversation and I thought, what is that? What is that? And it kept coming. Okay, what is that? And so finally, well, it wasn't a very long period of time, but just then, someone came up to where we were standing and they said to me, Shri Mataji would like to talk to you. She did. So I went, and that's how I had that experience that she called me that way before the message came. So that was really something that, an experience that I will always cherish. And that just shows that, this it's very real, this connection that we have with each other. When we have this energy awakened, it's something real that gives us this ability to be aware of others and be aware of their needs, as Shri Mataji was saying in her talk, feel the love for them, but in a detached way, and to really feel that things can work out when we're here. We can feel that divine power is working, because that connection is really what makes it flow. So I hope you all can have these experiences. I'm sure you will, and just relax and see the miracles unfold. All right. Anything else, Wendy or Angela, you want to share before we move on to taking questions?
Your experience reminded me of when I started feeling the petals in my Sahasrara opening, and you can feel them. And for me, for some reason, it felt like water was flowing down my head. And I know I'm not the only one who's felt that. Like all of a sudden there'd be a little, like, pop isn't the right word, but something would change, and then I would feel the cool vibrations and trickling into my brain. And it was, very, very profound, because at first, the petals are just waking up and they're not necessarily haven't all opened up. And so you start feeling them opening, and it's just, it's a very magical feeling. I just wanted to share that.
Nice. Angela, one more thing like that?
Yes, I was reflecting about the experience when we could really meditate with our attention on the Sahasrara and what it comes after. For me, after a good meditation a good meditation, if we can call it like that, a deep meditation, I feel very dynamic. I want to do something for others. I want to cook a nice meal for my family. I want to take my guitar and sing and compose a song. So it's always very positive, like all this balancing of the channels when we are able to be here gives us that strength to do something positive for humanity, for others. So it's something, what comes after this beautiful state that we experience is very important for me.
Nice. I guess I will share too that, I think sometimes we feel that when we are in this thoughtless state, that we shouldn't have any thoughts at all. And of course, we do get to the state of silence up here. But sometimes if we are concerned about something, not sure what to do, worried, and we So we just try to leave it to the divine power, let it be, and see how it will work out. If we can really surrender our problems, let them go, as Shri Mataji was saying in her talk tonight, let the divine power work it out. What often happens to me is that after I've meditated, or even when I'm meditating, I am in a silent state, and then all of a sudden, some inspiration comes or some solution comes. And that is not a thought. That is more than a thought. That is not one of these busy, kind of buzzy thoughts, but that is a divine inspiration that comes from this connection that we have. So I just wanted to say that that's something that we can, in a way, look forward to, that if we let things go, just relax, get into that silent state, and then the solutions come to us. Okay, so now let's open it out. If any of you would like to ask a question, you can raise your hand, as I see Danya has just done. So Danya, how are you? And if you come on with your video, and I'd love to hear what you want to ask us or tell. You can share an experience too.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. The experience that I have during these days was kind of like unexpected. Honestly, I was not expecting all this.
Great.
I was not even trusting all this. My first day was kind of like, okay, what the people are talking about. But then with each passing day, it was like a pull, an attraction that, okay, I need to go that. And even if I missed that, I just watched the recordings so that I couldn't miss these days. That was wonderful.
So glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then I have some questions, and there are a lot of teachers, Swata ma'am, Priyanka ma'am, Christine ma'am, who have addressed and answered all of my questions. Thank you so much. The question that was coming to my mind today was, what were some of the reasons due to which our chakras got blocked? I was like imagining myself as a child and then growing up, that what would be some of the circumstances due to which certain channels and certain chakras would be blocked. So I was imagining about the children, that okay, this time I had to work a lot to open up the chakras that were blocked. But what if the children whose chakras are, and I have to work a lot to open my chakras, but the children whose chakras are already opened, and if they start doing this thing, would that make any change in the upcoming generations? These were two questions.
Okay, all right. Wendy, you want to take that?
Yeah, it's a beautiful question, because I think we all remember how beautiful life was when we were very little, and sparkly and full of joy, and how we went from one sparkly thing to another. And then, and America is a little bit tough vibrationally, and so it can pull us down a bit. And this Vishuddhi chakra tends to catch a bit, and which is where we get our witness power from. And so eventually we get a little bit older, and because our parents didn't know how to teach us, I even had someone mother said was a great realized father. She said he was a great realized soul, but he didn't know Sahaja Yoga, and he didn't know how to teach me how to keep my chakras clear. So I didn't. And so now the beautiful thing is, when you have a child, now that you've got this awakening, and your child is born, they're often born realized with this Kundalini awakened. And then you know how to do this. So you can show them how to keep their chakras clear. And it's an incredible tool for them, because, they go, high school and junior high are tough in America. But if you know how to protect your chakras, it's a much more positive experience. So I would say that our children are our legacy. They are who we hope will carry forward and be there when we're no longer there, to share this beautiful awakening, to give realization and to teach it.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any other questions? Would anyone like to raise their hand and share something? It doesn't have to be a question. It could be just kind of what you've been experiencing in the course, like Danya was sharing, some experience you've had, okay, Michelle, hi, good to see you again. Please open your video and come on. Hi. No, we can't hear you yet.
Okay. Hi, good evening.
Hi.
One of my question is, there's always a picture of Shri Mataji, and you gave us some to print off. But when you're meditating, during these meditations, a lot of times my eyes have been closed. So I'm not looking at a picture. So was it just having her picture in our presence? Or are we supposed to focus on her picture when we're doing meditation?
Beautiful question. Wow. Okay, Angela.
Yes, I think that is something that you have to try yourself. You can meditate with the picture, you can meditate without the picture, and see what is the difference. In Sahaja Yoga, we don't tell you what to do. You should try to find your way. Normally when I meditate, I have the picture because I feel Shri Mataji's presence when I am meditating. I also recognize that she is the founder of Sahaja Yoga, and I am very grateful for that. I normally have a picture at home. But it's something that you have to experience yourself. You know, it's nothing that you have to look at the picture and you have to have a picture. Just give it a try with the picture, without the picture, and see how you feel.
Okay. Because I believe might have been in yesterday's session, because Mark led it, but we were doing, I think it was on the third eye. And I think that he has suggested that if we didn't have a picture, to look at the bindi on Shri Mataji's picture. So that's why I love the fact that there are no rules, that we can go from our heart what feels appropriate. But I was trying to gauge exactly what that was. In one instance, we were kind of guided to focus on her bindi because this is the area that we were working on. So I thank you for your answer. But that's also one of the reasons I wanted a greater sense of clarification.
Okay, good. I hope so. You're good?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the question, Michelle. All right. Let's have another question. Don't be shy. Or share an experience. Anybody?
I'd just like to add, can I just add about the photograph that even if you close your eyes, if you have a photograph in front of you, it has vibrations and it helps you to go more deeply into meditation. The reason why sometimes or often I usually meditate with my eyes closed because I'm able to go silent more easily doing that. But as we were saying, you should be a scientist and try and see what works for you, because maybe one thing will work best for you. Maybe opening your eyes and looking at mother's photograph will take you deeper. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I would actually add one more thing too, is that Shri Mataji's photograph does emit her vibrations, like any object emits, or photograph emits the vibrations of that thing or person. So even by having her photograph in your house or in a particular room, it gives that positive vibrations are coming out. So whether you're sitting there in front of it or it's just acting, it can be a very positive thing. All right, Kay, welcome. Hi, we can't hear you. There we go.
Thank you very much for just the family and community on earth. Truly appreciate. This is the real pure love and spirit work. You are the real workers. I truly appreciate it. And my question is, I'm kind of following, this is first time Sahaja Yoga 21 day, but then I feel like I'm absolutely nothing new to me that I followed the whole life long from naturally. Just amazing. I feel like I've just been here the whole time. But my question is, we do like awakening the Kundalini and then Bandhan in the beginning and end. But what if I feel like sometimes naturally kind of getting into meditation, kind of naturally anytime in silence and any space or nature and tree around, and I have a very much a tendency that I'm like a boom, sitting there and complete silence. That people ask me, what is your mother tongue? And I always like, which one do you want? Real answer or fake answer? And a real answer, my mother tongue is silence. That's, that kind of connection that I have. So is it, you think you would recommend necessarily to Bandhan and then waking up Kundalini whenever you feel like, I feel like I'm already gone. So I want to make sure if, and then after that, you do it again, because I might be sitting into that state again soon. So that I wanted to clarify. And next to one is
let's answer that one first, okay? I'm going to ask Wendy to answer that one.
Yeah, I've got to admit that you and I are kindred spirits, because some of the most profoundly quiet times I have are not planned. They are when my Kundalini just comes up and takes me very much into the silence. And whenever that happens, wherever I am, I just take the tender mercy. And I don't give myself this is just me, and other yogis may feel different, but I don't go through all of this, motion, because really what that is for is to encourage the Kundalini to come up and give you that. So if you're already having that, then enjoy it. And I remember once there was a yogi that I knew in my very early days, Steve Kirby, and he talked about how when we meditate, we're setting the stage for something to happen inside of us. And it may or may not happen that we go profoundly silent. But by that practice of sitting, raising our Kundalini, giving ourselves a bandhan, and giving our insides a chance for the space, that we're setting the stage for magic to happen. And we give no expectation to it, but eventually on those times, there will be times when we sit to meditate intentionally where the magic will happen too. That's all I wanted to share.
And what was your second question?
Like breath. So like focus, if you focus on certain chakra, then you pay attention to a certain portion. But like daily, because you pay attention to your breath, and then what is the point that you usually focus on? Sahasrara chakra, that point, or even Agya chakra point. Sometimes meditator they do. And so what is the kind of breath style like generally in daily life, other than that you're sitting there for meditation or that kind of time period? Or is there any recommendation for breath?
You're saying for breathing, when you're specifically about breathing, and you're asking about like not just when you're just sitting down to meditate, but when you're
like I am a little bit aware of my breath, even just generally.
I see.
Yeah, so if there's any Sahaja Yoga recommended breath overall, like life meditation path or whatever recommended, or even where is the focus point. I mean, naturally, even anything, generally in daily life.
Okay, Angela, you want to try?
Mhm. Yeah, I think breathing is such a spontaneous process, right? A spontaneous process. And we normally don't think about breathing because it's so normal, right? To breathe. I sing and I play the flute. So I am very much aware of my breathing. So when I sit for meditation, breathing is very important because I feel that when I inhale and exhale, I could feel my attention settling down. Also, sometimes when you feel maybe something at the level of your heart chakra, maybe some insecurity, some fear, when you feel your heart a little bit pulsating fast, you can breathe in and out, inhale and exhale, and that help your energy center. Air is such a beautiful and wonderful element that we have around us, but we take it for granted because we don't see it, we don't touch it, but it's there. So sometimes when we have our attention towards those elements and then realize the importance, that can help us tremendously. And in Sahaja Yoga, we use the elements to cure our centers, right? Especially the heart chakra when we breathe. It helps us a lot to clear this energy center. So yes, I think of breathing as a very important part of Sahaja Yoga. And Shri Mataji recommends, for example, inhale, hold it for a little bit, and exhale. This helps us in many aspects to settle our attention, to keep our attention inside, to also release tension. There is not any specific way we have to breathe, and something that Shri Mataji told us about, specifically about Sahaja Yoga. I've never heard anything. I don't know if Linda or Wendy heard, but normally breathing is such an amazing thing to do because we are alive because of breathing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your questions, and we're so glad that the courses that Sahaja Yoga is resonating so much with your understanding of the truth. Wonderful. All right. Mr. Wakanda Enterprises, I can't remember your first name, but I can't see it exactly. Please come on. Oh, there's something rather strange in your connection right now. It's kind of unstable. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right. And now if you can unmute. Okay. Kobina.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Kobina, I remember you from before. Yes. Welcome.
Yes. So, good evening. And I'm so grateful to have this experience and learn this form of meditation. And excuse my screen, something's going on with my laptop, so sometimes it goes a little crazy. But my question is, so some facilitators, when they raise the Kundalini and do the Bandhan, some do it before putting your feet in the water, and others do it after you put your feet in the water. Is there any method behind that? Does it matter?
Wendy, you want to take that?
Great question. I think you're just finding out when someone came into Sahaja Yoga and how things were done. I came in 1984, and in 1984, we raised our kundalinis and gave a bandhan, and then we would vibrate the foot soak. So the idea was, at least my understanding at the time, was that we raised our kundalini so that then we could feel the vibrations of our foot soak and give it vibrations. There were more vibrations coming up and more vibrations in our hands. So that's why I did that. And actually, before we started doing this foot soak, I asked my husband what he felt, and he said, I feel you should raise your kundalini first because there's more vibrations. And then when you vibrate your foot soak, it gets more vibrated. And why do we vibrate the foot soak? It's just it makes it more powerful. And, you know, there are some people who tie the Kundalini up twice the second time.
Yeah.
This is another thing. There's some inconsistencies, and it has to do with what part of the world you study meditation in. There are people from all over the world in this program. I've been to many programs of Shri Mataji, and when I was with her and seeing it, I saw her tie the first time once, the second time once, and the third time 3 times. That's why I do it that way. But I can see that there's a little bit of a movement to tie the second time twice. I don't know where they learned that or where they saw it, because literally I never saw her do that. I've been to many, many programs. So anyway, that's why, and I think we realize that it's not going to mess anything up. So what we don't need to boss our brothers and sisters around and go like, well, we were around in the early days and there's a right way. There isn't a right way. You know, like you should never worry there's a right or a wrong way. The point is the interest in it, right? The
Okay.
love of it. Yeah.
Great.
I hope
Thank you
that
so-
answered your question.
It did. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. All right. Do we have someone else who'd like to ask a question or share an experience? We anyone? Yeah, we did have a question that came in a couple days ago that I could bring up. That is, how do you eliminate thoughts from the past, overthinking, and other negative feelings that come in my mind during meditation? Angela?
That's a difficult one. Well, I think when we are in meditation, we should be aware of that beautiful relationship that we have with our Mother Kundalini. Normally, when I have thoughts from my past, I pray to her. I say, Mother Kundalini, please help me, because I cannot solve it with my mind. I cannot do anything with my mind. Also, a very good advice that Shri Mataji gave us, that I apply all the time, is that she said that we have to create new memories, right? We have memories from the past, but to eliminate those memories, we cannot do anything because they are recorded in our subconscious, right? In our superego, in our different parts of the brain. But the best thing is to create new memories of joy, new memories of innocence, new memories of integration. And that is the best way to overcome the thoughts that come from our past. And then when we go into meditation, it's easier, it's a little bit easier to be able to meditate with our attention on the Sahasrara.
Thank you so much. All right. Well, I think this would be a good stopping point. And if you would like to still go in a breakout room, there, I think that could still be possible. If you want to have a short session there for 5-10 minutes, that would be fine. Or if you just like to stay on and meditate a little longer with everyone who's here, we're going to put on some music. And thank you so much for joining today. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. So have a good rest of your night. Great day tomorrow, and see you soon. Mm.